Hola amigos y amigas, you are now with Jocelyn and I am so grateful that you are here in this moment exchanging this digital energy with me. I am genuinely really excited to film this video because I feel like I haven't done a vlog in such a long time, and way too long. And it's going to be rainy and cloudy in LA for the next couple of days, and the sun just came out. So today is the perfect day to soak up some sun before the sun takes a break from shining. And so I figured that you and I would go on an adventure. I'd show you one of my favorite hikes, one of my favorite parks, and beautiful sceneries here in LA. We would take a walk, and on the way there is one of my favorite coffee shops. So we'll grab a coffee and we'll just explore nature and be outdoors for a little bit. So I am excited and excited for you to join me on this little morning adventure. So let's go. Let's cheers. Yeah. Cheers to life, baby. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And we're here. Look how beautiful. Look at this. Wow. Tell me this isn't absolutely beautiful. Like, don't you just want to sit right there? Man, so gorgeous. It is seriously so pretty here, and the sun feels so good, and the birds sing so beautifully in this area. That's one reason why I love coming here. And I love coming during the week, kind of like earlier in the day, because there's little to no people, and it's just so relaxing. And this is so important. It's so needed. I'm gonna set my camera down and just have you enjoy the view with me for a few moments. Just take a few deep breaths and just bask in this beauty. So we're gonna chill here for a little bit. This is actually the first time that I sit in this specific spot. There's this other picnic table that I'm gonna show you that I typically sit at that is also so beautiful. But I'm pretty sure that area is shaded right now because it's under a tree. So we're gonna enjoy the sun here a little. I'm gonna do some reading. I am currently reading this book called Signs, and it is so good. And I highly recommend it for anyone who is grieving or experiencing loss and is trying to cope with just grieving a loved one, the loss of a loved one, and trying to understand like what happens after death, you know? And also just kind of understanding how we can connect with energy and loved ones who have passed and transcended this lifetime. It's a really, really beautiful book. I honestly, if I could just spend my days reading, I could have finished this in one sitting. That's how good it is. And it's not even like a short book, but it's just so good. And it's one of those books where it kept coming up for me, but I never got around to buying it and reading it because there's other books that I'm trying to finish reading. But it literally like insisted its way into my hands, and I took that as a sign that it's time for me right now to read it. So I've been making time and holding space for myself to enjoy this book, and I'm sure you can agree with me that this is like the perfect, most beautiful spot to dive into some pages. And I wish you were here with me and we could read together. But yeah, I'm gonna do some reading. I don't know how long I was at that spot just journaling and reading, but I wrote so much. I felt so inspired, and whenever I feel called to write, I just have to bask in it, because as all of us writers understand, we're not always, so inspired to write all of these things. But anyways, beautiful writing session, and now I want to show you another spot that I love to be at, which is right here. And I have this beautiful view of the water, and I have a view of some turtles that I have not seen before. This is the bench that I usually sit at, right here, and it has this beautiful view of the water of this little lake. And I like to just prop up right here, do some writing, and just look out at the water, listen to the birds. This is the first time that there's construction going on, so you may hear some construction noises in the background, and they are, again, typically where I park, and there's a trail that's like right by there that I was really excited to show you, and I can't. But there's another trail that I'm gonna stop at just to show you around that is really pretty. Look how beautiful this is. Basically, it's this area where, like right here, down there, you can't really see here, but over there is where the lake is, where I showed you. And there's just this like beautiful paved path surrounding the lake, and as you walk down this path, there's all these beautiful trees and all these birds that are singing, and some hiking trails that are kind of dispersed throughout this surrounding area. So there's a lot of trails here that I haven't explored. I've only explored the one that's back there that I didn't show you, that I typically park at, and then there's this one that I am approaching now that is really pretty, and it's really long too. I've like kept walking and walking down it and haven't reached like an ending point, so I've only gotten so far, but it's really beautiful, and like it just feels like enchanting. This is definitely an area for people who love trees, who love bird watching, and it's one reason why it's like, you know, places like this have just made me fall in love with Los Angeles even more, because you literally don't feel like you're in the city. It just feels like an escape, and the fact that this is accessible, you know, in a city like LA is just so magical, and I'm so grateful that I have access to beautiful places like this. Look at this. So this is the path, and it just continues to get even more beautiful. So let me show you. Oh my goodness. I wish I got that on film. I just got so scared. This like huge bird just like flew out of nowhere right in front of me, and oh man, a lot of critter action going on here. I think because there's been like little to no foot traffic today. I'm literally alone. There's no one here. So all the animals have gone undisturbed until Jocelyn arrived. But isn't it beautiful? It's literally just a bunch of greenery, and it's like a hike, but it's not strenuous. Like it really feels like a walk through this beautiful, enchanting, I mean, not really a forest, but just trail that is really relaxing and quiet and peaceful, and when the sun is out, it feels so good. I am a little chilly, but because of the wind, but it is so nice. Look at this. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I have been very called to trees for the past few months, and I can just feel their energy, and as I connect with them more and more and share space with them like I am now, I feel like I'm becoming even more and more sensitive to their language and their auric fields. And this spot that I'm standing at right now, where I am surrounded by some really beautiful, powerful trees, it's so like empowering and beautiful. And look at this. So this tree is huge, and look how beautiful it like just disperses, and the branches just bloom and expand, and then it like has this beautiful drape. It like drapes down. Look at this. It drapes down and just creates this beautiful like drapery of nature and leaves, and so pretty. And then there's this other tree with these beautiful roots that kind of goes right through the other tree. And I love seeing how nature just kind of co-creates and makes space with each other. And then there's these trees that bend over and have these like starting to have, you know, this spring bloom of like beautiful green, fresh green leaves that you can tell are blooming. It's just so beautiful to me. So I'm not gonna do the whole hiking trail today because it's still quite early and I want to take advantage of the day and like still get work done and, you know, all that jazz. Wow, the lighting right now is so beautiful, like through the leaves and the trees, and oh, I love nature. But this trail goes up this way, and then it goes up and around and then up there, and I think it like goes like way past this hill, canyon, mountain thing. I'm not sure how much further this trail goes. I haven't gone too much further after that, but you got the gist. Like, you get the feel of what this area looks like, and it's beautiful, isn't it? It's so beautiful, and I highly encourage you, wherever you are, to explore your area. Like, I, you know, have been living in LA for about a year and a half now, and granted, you know, like the first half of the year that I was here, I was very busy traveling for work, and then the pandemic happened, and just in the past few months I've been able to start exploring, and I have been in awe of the places that I've been discovering. Like, I would have never thought a place like this exists in LA. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm in the city right now. It feels like I'm in some enchanted little wonderland. But it's just so important to spend time out in nature and connect with beings that are rooted and grounded and centered, and, you know, trees and dirt and sun really are beings that benefit our auric fields and our energy, and recenter us and remind us of what true abundance looks like, and to be able to just grant ourselves time to hold space for ourselves, to be in these spaces outdoors and in nature, is really important for our overall well-being and the health of our energetic fields, the health of our mental wellness and physical wellness, and just soaking in like some sun and getting some fresh air. And again, like, I'm so grateful that I'm able to come, you know, during the week, kind of earlier in the day, because I am able to be here alone and not have to wear a mask. So if you can do that, do that. One of my favorite, oh, I do have to put my mask on. Hi. Un segundo. Oh my goodness, they had the cutest dog. I love when people bring dogs to hikes, but anyways, yeah, one of my favorite experiences in this lifetime is consciously feeling the sun's energy and warmth and rays on my skin. Like, have you ever done that? Like, just like really felt the warmth. It feels so good. I think I'm gonna end the video right here. Thank you for joining me on this adventure, on this journey. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made you feel calm. And I hope that it inspired you and encouraged you to go outside and get some fresh air and recenter yourself, ground yourself, spend some time in a good book, gaining a new perspective, exchanging energy with nature, and yeah, right there. Thank you, tree. Let's take a few deep breaths together. We'll do 3 really good deep breaths, and then we'll leave each other on our way, and I'll see you in my next video, hopefully.